Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I have set everything up right. I'm just going to get to the chat. If you can put it in the chat, whether you can hear me, that'd be good. And I've set it up right. We've got a few people in at the moment, which is good. Someone's saying I'm on at the same time as Smelt. I wouldn't know. I don't watch him. I do know he goes live on a Monday, but doesn't matter to me. He talks about pressure washing, so yeah, he's a popular channel, I know, but it doesn't matter to me because it's nothing to do with me. Pressure washing is something completely different. So yeah, I've decided to go live tonight. There's a reason why. Oh, good, I can be heard. Mark says he can hear me, right? So there's a reason I've gone live tonight. Basically, I try and do it often. I think about doing it, and then something happens with the kids, and I'm not able to do it. So I might schedule it for like 8 o'clock, and then my 2-year-old might not go to sleep properly, and then we're rushing about trying to sort out the kids. It just doesn't work. So it's the school holidays. My wife left this morning 6:30 and took them away for a few days to stay with her brother, left me at home on my own. So I've got all evening. I've got a few days now to do what I want. So I thought I'll fit in a live stream tonight. Wasn't sure if I was going to do it because I've had a bit of a cold. And I've got a bit of a sore throat and a cough. So if it gets too much for me later, I'll just be finishing. But today's been good. I haven't really coughed much today, so I feel like I can do a live stream. So I wonder how everyone's doing. Has everyone had a good day? Hopefully you all have a good day so far. Bit of a weird day for me today. So as I said, my wife left at 6:30 this morning. She's gone to Northampton, which is about a 4 or 5 hour drive, something like that. So she's gone to Northampton, and she loaded up the car, and I went out to say bye to them, and I noticed I had a flat tyre on the van. It's like, great. Good start to Monday and August, I've got a flat tyre. So before she left, I nicked the pump out the back of the car so I could pump up my tyres. I checked all the car tyres and the van tyres yesterday, so I know they're all absolutely perfect, so it was a bit weird. The cat's just come in. So it's just me and the cat. So yeah, I thought I'll pump up the tyre. I had a look round because before someone slashed my tyre, so I couldn't see any damage, couldn't see any nails or anything in it. Inflated the tyre, was fine all day. Went to the tyre place on the way home. They took it off and said there's no puncture. So somebody last night, well, there's two options. Either somebody's been out there and they've let my tyre right down to the end. I'm going to ask the neighbour opposite. It's got a camera, so I'm going to ask her to have a look. Or it's a faulty valve. When I inflated the tyres yesterday, maybe the valve got stuck open a little bit. I don't know if that's possible. And it's let all the air out. But the tyre looks good now. It's pumped up, it's fine, it's holding pressure. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in the morning when I go out there, everything's good. So yeah, that was my good start to August and good start to a Monday, I suppose. Didn't cost me anything because there was no puncture. So yeah, I went off today. I've done 12 cleans today, and I finished at about 1 p.m, which was nice. Got some lunch, went to the garage to get my tyre looked at. Came home, got home about 2. I'm just checking my watch because I keep getting notifications. Got home about 2 o'clock. No, it must have been 2:15. Filled up the tank with water for tomorrow. Cut the grass front and back because the garden was looking a mess. Had a curry for tea. Have had a beer as well with my curry. And now on a live stream, so not too bad a day at all. I wonder how many people we've got in here at the moment. I'm trying to see. Oh, we've got 12 people. That's really good. For not doing live streams often, that's really good. So tomorrow, what have I got tomorrow? I've got 14 window cleans to do tomorrow, all very close together. I'll be done, I would think, by about midday on those. I've shown them in a video before. If you go to my week in the life in the Tuesday, I'm doing those window cleans, but I'm not doing the fascia cleans that I did in that video. So yeah, I should be done about lunchtime, 12ish, I would think. I'm going to come home for lunch and pick up some stuff, and then in the afternoon I've got a huge quote to go and do. I'm not going to tell you too much. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I can tell you what it is. I had an email last week asking for a quote for window cleaning. It's an apartment block of retired people's apartments. There's 48 apartments in the block, 3 stories high. It's quite a big building. They said an annual clean, so I was thinking once a year. And then when I contacted the lady to get some more information from her, it's a clean that needs to be done every 6 weeks. So it's not annual, it's on a 2-year contract, which would fit in perfectly with my round being 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to go and have a look at that tomorrow. It's probably a good day and a half to 2 days work, I would say, at the beginning. It obviously will get quicker, but I've got to go and do a site visit, risk assessments, method statement and everything, and produce a quote and send it to her. She wants it by the end of the week, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow afternoon. Bit of a drive for me, but it's fine. I don't mind driving to a job like that. So yeah, that's going to be really good. Let's go and have a look, see what people are saying in the... let's have a look at the poll. So I don't know who it was at the top. It was Mick. He said, side poll, how many times has Matt washed his shiny new van since he brought it? So I thought I would actually do a poll and tell you there's 6 people have voted. So 33% of you think never, 17% one time, 33% 2 times, 17% every week, and I'm going to end the poll there. So the actual answer is I've had the van 7 weeks now, and I've washed it once. So I washed it last week. It was looking really mucky. I washed it ready for my video, which was the van tour. So I wasn't gonna show that with a dirty van. So that was the only time I've washed it, and it was looking very dusty and dirty. So right, let's go and look at people just saying hello. And you can hear me. That's good. Is a backpack a good way of starting out? I've just brought a gardener's backpack. Yes, a backpack is a brilliant way of starting out. It's how I started nearly 6 years ago, actually, September 2020. I didn't use a gardener's backpack. I had the big boy backpack. And it's an easy and cheap way to start. It will always be useful, even if you make it a success and you get a van system. Your backpack's always going to be useful for awkward access or using chemicals. So yeah, backpack's definitely a good way to get started. What are they, about £150 now probably? And you need a pole, and you need some pure water to excuse me. You need some pure water, obviously, to go in it. But if you live near a pure water filling station, you can obviously fill up there. So it's a very cheap way of getting started without spending thousands. And yeah, I think it's a brilliant way. I don't know why my camera moves. It's a bit weird, actually. There must be a new setting that I didn't know about, so I'll try and stay still. Backpack in my car and barrels, Tracy's saying that's how she started. Yeah, exactly what I did. Barrels and my car, yeah. Um, Even when I changed my van, you would have seen it. If you haven't, go back and have a look. Obviously, I changed my van when it broke down. I didn't have a system in the van for about 3.5 weeks, and I used my backpack for everything, barrels of water and backpack, and I didn't reduce the amount of work that I was going to do in a day. I scheduled exactly the same. I just kept my round exactly the same, even though I was using the backpack. And I think over a day, over a whole day, I was probably about an hour slower using the backpack, and that's just because I had to. You have to fill it up. It takes time to fill it up and lift it in and out. So yeah, it is a little bit slower, but it's a great way to get started. Let me think. Let me go through some of these. Trying to someone's put any cakes today. Well, if as I said at the beginning of the live stream, my wife is away, so no cakes today, unfortunately, because I'm here on my own and I'm not going to bake some cakes. There are some in the fridge, but I should have got them out, shouldn't I? Morning, where are you? If it's morning, hope you've been watching your videos for a while. I've just done 12 months on a part-time basis, 50 customers, so I want to transition to full-time as I hate my other work. Yeah, that's good. 50 customers, that's a good start, isn't it? I think I went full-time. I think I had, I'm trying to remember now. I think I had about 70 customers. Yeah, so 50 customers is alright. You just make sure you pick up more. And the more you're out there, the more people will ask you to do theirs. So, yeah, 50 customers is alright. And it's good to go full time. I think it's a good job. Oh, he's put evening. You put morning. Yeah, that's funny. I thought you were in another country or something if you're saying morning. Someone here saying, "Hi Matt, I like your videos. Just setting up my van to go on my own." Ah, Nathan, how are you going to be setting up your van? Are you doing it all yourself, getting a company to do it, or what are you doing? James was saying, "I'm desperate to buy a round." Yeah, I haven't ever brought a round. I've sold rounds, but I've never actually brought one myself. I'm just going to adjust my camera slightly. Yeah, I haven't ever bought a round, so I wouldn't actually know what you have to do. But I've sold one a couple of times, and I've got someone at the moment that I give work to if it's not in the area that I want to work. Got a few customers on the edge of my area, and I give it to somebody else. He's taking on loads at the moment, and I pass on my leads to him if I don't want them, basically. Someone put, "Don't buy around, drop off leaflets in your own time." It depends what you want, doesn't it? If you want a round, if you want to get going quickly, and you want it ready made, but I saw something the other day around for sale in Devon, and they wanted 10 times the monthly value. Excuse me. So you're looking at like 40 grand they wanted for it because it was a 4 grand round. That is just insane. I think I've only ever sold mine for a couple of times, and it wasn't a big round. It was like 10 jobs, but I just don't feel like it's worth 10 times the amount. All you're selling is the customers. I can't think what the word is now. You haven't got an agreement with the customer. The customer's word, basically, that you're their window cleaner. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Nathan's saying he's going to do a DIY. I've been using the facelift in my full-time job. They are terrible. So you've been a window cleaner. You're doing it for someone else, you? Is that what I'm understanding from that? Hi, Rob. Rob's just noticed that I'm live. Yes, Rob. Just decided to go live because my wife's took the kids away for a few days and I'm on my own, so I wanted some people to talk to. So I thought, why not do a live? Because there'll be no disturbances apart from the cat. DIY. We can talk about DIY systems if we want. So, I had a facelift system in my Transit Custom bolted through the floor. It was perfectly good, 2-man system, but I only had one hose reel, and it was absolutely fine. It worked, it did the job, and it did me well for 4 years. But then when I changed vans, I decided I actually wanted to do something different. I always planned to change my van in like 12 months, and I wanted a different system and a different setup. I did think about moving that system across to my new van. When I measured it, it just took up so much space. I just thought I just don't want it in there. So I decided to build my one I've got now, which is a 500 litre upright system. The tank is sort of just by the side door. You probably know this anyway. So open the side door, all that's for storage. Then you've got the tank, and then you've got the hose reel after that. I built the frame all myself. I really enjoyed doing that, actually. That project was really good. I really liked doing it. I think it took me back to my engineering days. And yeah, built it out of Unistrut, bolted it into the anchor points. I had a few people say on a video that it wasn't the right way to do it. So, and I should bolt through the floor, and I wouldn't be insured, and it's not crash tested, but the any systems are crash tested. And if you buy a frame for a tank from these places, all you're getting is a frame made of Unistrut. So I was like, I can make my own. So I bolted it into the anchor points. I did phone the insurance company once I had those comments and talked to them, and they said they were more than happy with the way it was bolted in, and I'd be insured, and they put a note on my insurance to say that it is bolted in that way. At the end of the day, it's secured, and I think it doesn't really matter. Some people strap them in, and the straps aren't that good. So yeah, they're happy with that. Well, let's try to catch up. Some people say knocking the doors is the best. So I've got to a point where I'm just gonna have a bit of my coffee a minute. So I've got to a point where I'm, over 300 customers. I don't need many customers really. They're all on 6 weekly. So this year I started doing some neighbour cards that basically just, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's like, but it basically said there's a window cleaner working on your street and I clean some of your neighbours if you're interested. And I started putting them through. When I went to clean, I'd do 10 on the opposite side of the road and 5 either side of where I was cleaning. I got a bit lazy with it. I need to start doing it again. But when I did it, I think I gave out 250 of those. I picked up 5 customers. But the difference is those 5 customers were already neighbours of where I was cleaning, so I didn't have to move. So every time I got a new customer that way, it only compacted my round even more. So I need to get on it. I've been a bit lazy because I did the van and it's been so hot I just can't be bothered. And I'll be honest with you on that, I lost a bit of interest in it, but I need to get back on it because I've got like 4,000 of these cards. The idea is I'm going to give them out 3 times to the neighbours, and every job that I've got one stop, or one house on the stop. I want to get 2 at least, so it's worthwhile going there. If I've got 2 or 3, I want to get a few more. And then once I get a few more customers, the ones where I never got one, I'll drop those ones off, concentrate on the ones where I've got multiple at once. And that way your round gets compacted, and you don't have to move the van as much, so you get through your work quicker. So that's what I'm doing. And what I'd said at the beginning of the year was, I think I was at 290 something customers, and I dropped a few, and I said I wanted to get 370. When I got to 370, I was going to buy myself a new van, because those extra 70 customers would basically pay the finance for the van. So that's what I did, what I was planning to do. And I think I've got, I think I've had about 6 or 6, something like that, customers from those cards. So it's been good, but I just need to get back on it. I'm just laughing because Rob says no custard creams on the worktop this time. No custard slices. Everyone's obsessed with my food, aren't they? I'll make sure I get some on the next one. How long does it take you to get to 300? Well, probably about 3 years, I would say. Maybe 4 years. And then I hovered around 300 for a long time. So I'd drop a few off, and then I'd get a few more, and then I'd drop a few more off and get a few more. It's difficult, isn't it? There's, I think every week somebody moves house and leaves my round, but then sometimes I get the people that move in. I don't like keeping customers if they don't fit my round or the way I work. So I'll give you an example. I've got a road which you'll see in next week's video, which is my first use of my van, and I've got 7 houses in this one little section. 7 houses. And I had 6, and then I picked up a new one, and she signed up to go cardless and everything. I went and cleaned it, did the first clean, and then requested the payment, and the payment got declined. So I requested it again, and it got declined, so I stopped requesting it, and I sent her a text saying, you owe me £20. It keeps getting declined, which I get charged for. Her clean was actually 18, but I said, you owe me 20 because I've had to pay every time. She said, I'll pay you when I get paid on the 28th. So I had to wait another week to get the money. And then it was the 28th, I sent her a message, she paid, and I deleted her off of Go Cardless, and I removed her from my round. I don't want her. Even though she's on a road where I already got 6 other customers, I don't want her. She's not my customer that I want. She's not ideal customer. And I've dropped customers for just having too many steps at the front of their house. I had one recently, and she must have had about 20 steps. And when I looked at it on Google Maps, I didn't realise how many steps there actually were. And there was nowhere to park on her road. It was like a turning circle, and they all parked in the turning circle, and it was just so awkward. It used to take me ages to pull the hose between the cars and all the way up the steps and round to the back of her house. I did it for maybe 5 times, and then I was like, sorry, I'm not covering your road anymore, and removed her. And I think you've got to do that. If you want to get a good round, I think you've got to keep doing things like that. I've got some quite big houses. There's 4 of them in a village, but it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. I'm just about to drop them as well, because by the time I've driven 20 minutes and 20 minutes back from that area, I could have done 3 houses locally to me. I just feel like it's a waste of time driving around so much. So yeah, I've been hovering around 300 for a long time. I drop right down, and then go back up, and then I drop off again. And I think I'm about 320 probably at the moment. So I need to get another 50 customers this year to hit my target. Don't know if I will or not. Um, um, Rob says, your self-build is good, mate. Oh, thanks, Rob. I'm quite pleased with it. I do, like, every day when I open the door for the first job, I just open the door and I'm like, oh yeah, I built that. That's my system. I'm just really pleased with it. I do have a little bit to do. Actually, I can show you now. I needed to get some storage, so I'll just show you these. So let me get the other screen up so I can see what I'm actually showing. So I've brought these, which go on the van wall. I've got some screw holes here. I've got 2 of them. I'm going to put some cloths and some stuff in it. Put it by the back door, near the controller, so I can grab my cloths, whatever I need, little bits and pieces. I got them from Temu. I wondered if they were actually going to come and what size they were going to be. And I think they were £8 for 2. So they literally arrived today. And to bulk up the price, I brought some microfiber cloths as well. So I had to spend so much to get like free shipping or something. So yeah, I've got to put them in. Probably do that this week. And I need to do some pole storage on the ceiling inside. Nathan, what do you guys do when you underprice a job and realise it's a big job? I'll dump it, but I'll do their neighbours. Yeah, sometimes I would get rid of them. Other times I just say, no, I underpriced it. I didn't realise. I've done the first clean. I'll do it at the price that I said. But going forward, it's going to be, let's give an example. I priced it at £30 and I think it should be 45, for example. I just clean it at 30 the first time, say, I made a mistake on the price. I honoured the price for the first one, it's going to be 45 going on from now on. If they say that's too expensive, then that's the end, and they remove them. I remove people probably every week from my round. People that start to annoy me a little bit. Go in someone's garden and there's always rubbish and that, I just think, well, there's dog poo everywhere. I just think, I don't want to do this job. You know, when you wake up in the morning or the night before and you look at the jobs you've got the next day, if I've got a job on my list that I go, oh, that one again, I don't like doing that, I might as well get rid of it, so I don't like it. So I'm always getting rid of customers all the time. What cleaning software do you use? Are you on Squeegee? No, I am not on Squeegee. I use CleanerPlanner. When I got the software, it was a choice between CleanerPlanner and Squeegee. Noticed that a lot of the bigger companies were using CleanerPlanner. And I just decided to go with it. I would like to change maybe. I think Squeegee looks really good. CleanerPlanner, they don't do much with it. Doesn't have much of the bells and whistles. It's just a very basic system, but it works. But it holds so much information for me now, like the past jobs and things. If I move to Squeegee, they can move all my customers across, they said. But the history of all the work I've done for those customers is gone. So if someone rings up and says, can you clean my fascias, I can't look back at what I charged them last time. So I'm just sticking with CleanerPlanner. It works. It does what I need it to do. It's got an app which you don't need to be online for, because you download the app. You download the worksheet to your app, and you just tick them off, and then when you get home you just upload it again and then it's on the web page. So it is good for that, so you don't need internet for it. yeah, that's what I use. Jay says, I can't afford to drop any customers at the moment, but there are a few I want to. You'll be surprised, actually. I used to think I can't afford to drop them. Actually, have you only got 50 customers? Are you the person that said? I'm just looking back. Yes, you are. So, I used to think I can't drop customers, but I suddenly decided I'm not going to certain areas, get rid of all of them, make loads of space, and then you've got more room to take on. I always find every time I get rid of customers, it's for the better. And I actually find that I take on more and they're better jobs that I'm taking on. Mark's just asking, are you traditional water-fed pole? I'll let you answer that. Oh, you were looking at them on TV, were you? Yeah, I saw the one. Have you got something similar in your van, Rob? Because that's where I saw some, and I thought, I wonder where you got them from, and I think you got them from Gripper Tank. If I think I'm right, and their website is under getting redone, so you can't order anything at the moment. So yeah, Temu is where I got them from. They've been ordered about 2 weeks ago. They did finally come today. Mark says he dumps all the dog poo customers. I know this. Me and Mark message every day. We're quite good mates, and we message about stuff that happens in our day. And for a while, he was dumping customers every day for dog poo, and he used to be like, "I've deleted another 3," and I'd be like, "You're not gonna have any left in a minute." It's kind of funny. Yeah, you can't afford to drop it. Yeah, I get it. You can't afford to drop them at the moment, but you will when you start building up more work. You'll suddenly realise, that was underpriced, and I don't want that anymore. Yeah. How many brushes have you got? Well, I actually don't have as many as you might think now. I actually only have a couple now, and they're all gardener brushes that I've got. A flock. I use the ultimate brushes. So for a while I was using the DuPont Taper Tech. I've got 2 of them, but recently I've gone back to the flocked version of it. I really like using it. I've tried the blue nylon one. It's too soft for me, but I want to try the medium yellow one. I think that'd be good. And I've got the little micro brush, so I don't have many brushes at all. I had all the X-Line brushes. Excuse me. Let me have another drink. I had all the X-Line brushes in 35 centimetres. I sold them all because excuse me, because I just never used them. They were just sat in my shed, so I sold them. I don't miss them. I really like the flocked brush, and that's what I use for most of the time. Oh, Nathan's saying he likes Mark's videos. That's good. Right, okay. So you use the planters that people put on fences. That's what you're using as boxes. That's interesting. That's a good way of doing it. These were so cheap though. I did laugh though. I will show you the screws that came. Oh, I wish the camera would stop doing that. The screws that came, they're like this long. They're absolutely tiny. They're like pathetic. What is the point of those screws? They're not going to hold anything, so that was kind of funny. Where did you get your sniper nozzle from? I got my sniper nozzle from Gutter vacuum systems. I don't use it anymore. It was dripping all the time. I tightened up the end and split it, basically. So I don't use it. What I tend to do now, well, since my van breakdown, I took everything out. My spray pole has been in the shed. I haven't took it out yet because I haven't got enough pole holders. So what I've been using is the fan jets on a brush to apply the chemical. That's been fine. But what I have got, I can show you. Let me see if I can find it. 2 seconds while I go and find it. It's not working. Yes, it is working. Right. Single jet. Right, let me share the screen. Right, you can see it now. What I use is this, which goes on a quick lock. Here it goes on where your brush would go. Plug your pole hose into here. Got a 50-degree fan jet. That's what I brought recently, made up for my spray pole. Worked absolutely fine, but I haven't taken my spray pole out of the van. So yeah, that's what I've got set up at the moment. When I finally get it out. Let's go like that. Someone, I've enjoyed your van build videos. Oh, thank you very much. Like I said earlier, I really enjoyed doing that van. And it's not finished yet. I've got a few more things to do on it. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing it. I really enjoyed making the videos. There's one more video coming out next week. Just the final part. Basically me using it for the first time. And I'll let you know a secret. It didn't all go to plan. So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing it. And hopefully it's inspired people to do their own system. Not spend loads of money buying a system from somewhere like I did to start with. So Nathan, what question? Mad question. When you and Mark went to the expo, what leaflets was Squeaky Clean Dave giving out? The leaflets that Squeaky Clean Dave were giving out in the foyer were about look up, look out. Because the guy that was with him was Jason's dad, and they were just giving out some leaflets about that, I believe. I think that's right, isn't it, Mark? I can't remember fully. I'm pretty sure that's what they were doing. You know, Dave's pretty big on that with them. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You've got, someone says they've got one of those jet things. Yeah, it's not easy to get the right length hose. I think I cut a few until I got it right, but I don't tend to change the angle on it, so it seems fine. Right. There were so many haters saying it wasn't safe in your van build, and it was. Yeah, I know, it really annoyed me. And yeah, Mark said it was the look up, look out leaflets. So yeah, when I took my time doing that video and I wanted to show exactly what I was doing, and then when I posted it and people started putting really, really long explanations about what I'd done wrong and how I was an idiot and whatever. It just made me feel like crap, basically. And there was a couple of people on there having a full-blown conversation about it, and people saying stuff like, oh, it was a good effort for a DIY build, but it's still not safe and whatever. And I just didn't reply to them, but it made me feel like crap, and it made me feel like I didn't want to do another video about it. And I thought, what's the point? But I just left it for a few days, didn't bother replying to them. And you probably don't know, but in YouTube Studio, if you don't reply to the comment, it stays at the bottom, so you always see it. So after about a week, actually, when I found out from the insurance company, which was about a week later, I replied to one person and said, you're wrong, it's perfectly safe. And then the other few people that have been having a full depth discussion, I removed them from my channel so they can't ever comment again, and I will never see them. I just think I don't want them there. So that's what I did. So if you upset me, I will remove you. But yeah, it's perfectly safe. And I've been out and checked the bolts after a few days, and they did all need tightening a little bit. Because it had moved a little bit and settled, and since then they've been as tight as anything, and you can't undo them. Sorry about the coughing. Rob says, you shouldn't worry about the haters. Your bank balance at the end of the month counts, plus insurance says it's fine. I know, but it just annoys me. I just think, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't bother saying it. You did get a lot of haters, I know. And that's the worst thing about social media, I think, is the haters. If you don't agree with it, and you don't think that I've done it in a satisfactory way, don't bother commenting. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you. So just don't bother is what I said. Right. There's a couple of things I want to just show, actually, before we go any further. I'm going to share my screen again, if I can remember how to do it. Right, okay. So we've got this company, 24 Pure Water. They've obviously been sponsoring my videos for quite a few weeks now. I told them I was doing a live stream tonight, so I said I'd mention it again. They have got, let's look at the map. So they have filling stations across the south of the UK. So I'm down here. It says I'm here, but I'm actually here. All those stations are in the wrong place. But I have two very close to me. So if you're in any of these areas, which is these, if you're in any of them and you want to sign up to 24 Pure Water, I think they're better than Spotless Water. If you use my code, which is MattClean2026, you get £20 now. It used to be 30 last month, but now it's 20. You get £20 of free credit to spend on pure water. So yeah, if you're there and it's of use to you, why not sign up for an account? The other thing I want to show, is, where is it? Right, here we go. So this here is my community group. Well, I don't have many members at the moment. I think there's 7 of us in here. So it's not the busiest group. Yeah, there's 7 members. It says here that there's 7 members, and I'm online at the moment. So Lewis, he won't mind me saying, but he put a post on 4 hours ago about cleaning a greenhouse, which he's been asked to do, asking for some help. A few people have commented on that, and he's basically asked for help for it. Let's get back to me. So yeah, if you want to join that group, I don't really advertise it much, but there is 7 people in there, plus me. It's £10 a month to join it, but I've activated the bit and you can get 7 days free trial, so why not sign up to it? Go in there, have a look, see if it's something that's useful for you. If you don't want to carry on with your membership, you could cancel it after 7 days. So, but if you think it's good and you want to join, it's right there. It's £10 a month. It says $12, but that is £10 a month. And I believe if you pay, you can. Someone's did it recently. Paid for the whole year up front, you get 2 months free. So you're basically paying $100 or £100 for 12 months, and then you've got the membership for 12 months. So yeah, that's my little community group. If anyone's interested in that, I'm just trying to go back to my YouTube. There we go, back to the comments. Right. Anyone else got any other questions to ask? So everyone watched the van tour video that was out at the weekend. Did you enjoy it? I know a lot. Haven't had that many comments. I can have a look on here actually. I think it only had 8 comments. Yeah, it's had 8 comments and I've replied to them, which is unusual, but it's had nearly 1,000 views. So people are definitely watching it, but I just thought, what was everyone's thoughts on it? I need to get my van sign written, so that's probably the next biggish purchase that I need to make, although that isn't that expensive. So I've got a local guy where I was working today actually. Basically, when I got my van, it was up the back of the Renault dealership and it needed a little bit of bodywork because there was a scratch, and the scratch went through the sticker that's on the side that says Black Edition. So they had to take the sticker off to do the bodywork. They had to order a new sticker. So the sticker was apparently £300 for the sticker because it goes all the way alongside the van. And they said the guy at the body shop or something will put the sticker on for you. So they told me where to go, but it was next door to the body shop, and it was this guy that does sign writing. I went there, he didn't know anything about me coming, so they hadn't bothered to tell him. So I turned up and said, "You're supposed to be putting my sticker on for me." And he looked at it, and he did actually do it for me, and he was really nice about it. And I believe Renault paid him. So he sent them an invoice and they paid. But I said to him, "How much is it to get my van sign written?" And I showed him what I roughly wanted. And he said that the price is based on how much vinyl you use. So on the side of a van, you've got those indented sections. If you have that whole section filled, it's more money than if you get the cutout logos put on. So I showed him what I wanted, which is a logo and some writing on the side, the website and the phone number. And then on the back, I want a logo, the services, phone number and website. He said £200, so it's not actually as expensive as I thought. So I'm going to get him to do it. I'm going to I need to contact him actually and ask him about getting it done. And then hopefully he'll let me film. He might not, but hopefully he'll let me film him applying the logos to it, even if it's just a short clip. I can put it in the video. But that's like the next big purchase I've got to make. I need to do some pole racks, but I've got most of the stuff for that already. So yeah, and the other thing I need to buy, Something I've been thinking about. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to have a look first. Excuse me. Two seconds. Here it is. Right, let me share my screen. Screen share. Apparently my YouTube is buffering a little bit, so apologies for that. So this is what I'm thinking about getting, which is a roller guide. I'm going to put it on the uni strut right at the back door, just to help me pull the hose out a little bit. I think that'd be a good idea. It is £115, but I think it will work quite well, so I am tempted to do that. What else do I need to get? I need to order new workwear because I've recently changed my logo and that, so I need to sort that out. New workwear isn't cheap either, so yeah, got a few things to spend out on at the moment, but I'm just happy that the van's working and I can go to work and use it as it is. I don't know if it's working very well, is it? Says my stream health is poor. I don't know what I need to do to sort that out. Right, well, I'm going to carry on with the questions anyway. Do you bother with contracts for commercial customers? The commercial jobs that I've got, I don't bother with it because they're all just like little local businesses that I clean for. And I might clean the boss's house and then I clean his business. So I just go and do it. But the one that I'm going to quote tomorrow, I might have to sign a contract for that. Because it's a huge building and it's for a big company as well. So I guess I might need a contract for them. I know they said I've got to sign up to their supplier software and get an app and stuff so that I can basically see the jobs and I can raise invoices and that, and that's what they use, which is really annoying because I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't bother with contracts. Is that for magnetic signs? No, it's not for magnetic signs. About £200 is the vinyl that he will apply, which is my logo and the writing. He said that's the price roughly that it will be when I showed what I wanted. The magnetic signs, I had a quote the other day, £330 plus VAT, and they're only in those sections at the top of the van, whereas I'm going to have some writing elsewhere. But I've got to be quite careful because obviously I've got that sticker that goes down the side of my van that says Black Edition goes on, and I don't want to put anything near that because it'll just spoil the look. So I'm keeping everything up higher anyway. Oh, thanks, Mark. Mark says he hasn't noticed it buffering. Mark's not working late now, Rob. I know what time Mark finished. He finished at about 11:30 today. Oh. Where do you order your workwear from? Right, my workwear down in the description of this live stream, there's actually a link to creative branded workwear. I believe there's a 10% discount code down there, so I can show you. Let me see if I can show you. Right, here we go again, another screen share. So this is where I get it from, creative branded workwear, branding workwear. Now they have really good deals on, and they're really good. There is a discount code, like I said just now. So the summer deals. So let's just look at this one. You get 3 t-shirts, 2 jumpers of some sort, and a jacket, a hat and a snood for £100 plus VAT. Something that I'm looking for, I can't find the exact one. They've took it down, I think. But the other day they had one on which was 4 t-shirts like this, 2 mid layers, and a puffer like this. Oh, here it's like this basically. It's basically like this, but there was 4 t-shirts and 2 of these jumpers, and I think it was £100. So this is what I use. Normally comes within a week or so. They have August deals on. So this August deal, if you've got staff, you can have 4 jumpers, 10 t-shirts and 4 caps for £100. And that's basically what I use. You can add on extra things like high-vis vests or whatever you want, bucket hats. Yeah, that's what I use. Hope that answers your question. See, Mark finished before lunch, Rob. I've been in North Wales this afternoon to see friends. Yeah, no, me and Mark, we do a competition every day, pretty much. Am I actually on? Yeah. To see who can finish first. Excuse me. And he always beats me every day. Even though some days I've only got like 12 cleans and he's got 20, he'll still finish before me, which is insane. But I know today he finished 11:30. How many cleans do you do today, Mark? By 11:30? I know I was a little bit later starting than I wanted today. Rob, you'll be pleased to know I had a flat tyre this morning. So, can you stop passing your bad luck on to me, please, Rob? Yeah, I had a flat tyre this morning, pumped it up, did my jobs, went to the garage. They can't find a puncture, so it seems like someone let it down overnight. Yeah, so I've finished at 1 today, and I did 12 cleans, I think it was. Just interested to find out how many Mark did by 11:30. Mick found sign writing, free use version of ChatGPT, make and model, colour for ideas of layout. Yeah, I did go on there. It didn't really help me that much. I know exactly what I want. I've just got to get it done. Right, Jay, I wish my camera wasn't flicking around like that, I'm sorry. Do you think it's possible to earn 2k a month take-home pay working 9 till 1 Monday to Friday by month 6? What, from starting? Yeah, I think it's possible. You're looking at take-home pay. So by the time, I guess it depends on your expenses. You're going to have to keep some back for tax. Say you earn £3,000. It's like £700 a week. Over 5 days. So you're looking at £150. Yeah, you should be able to do that, I would think. Give perspective today, I did 12 cleans this morning, just after 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock. And I wasn't going quick because it was absolutely roasting today. It's been 30 degrees, so I've been taking my time. And I earned £260 something today by 1 o'clock and went home. So that was perfect for me. Oh, there we go. 19 cleans Mark did. He covered 4 miles of travelling and he did 19 cleans. What time was about 8 o'clock he started, wasn't it? 8 till 11:30. It's insane, isn't it? But I've realised, this is when I started realising a compact day, or a compact round, makes all the difference. If you're driving here, there and everywhere, it doesn't help with your earnings because it's dead time. And I realised that when I changed all my round to 6 weekly and reorganised everything, that was when I suddenly realised that I'd cut out all that travelling, and I started getting home early. I don't get home early every day. A lot of days I have add-ons to do. So soffit fascia gutters, gutter clears, solar panels, all that sort of stuff. But I just plan them in when I'm in that area. So I think the latest I probably finish is about 4 o'clock. But when I do that, I've done like 2 add-on jobs. So, yeah, it's definitely, getting your work compact is a game changer. I was just looking just now. Oh, actually, I could probably show that. I had an inquiry. I need to look it up, what the address is. I had an inquiry from someone earlier to say, what did they say? I had an email first, let's rephrase that said, this person signed up to go cardless. I didn't have a clue who they were. And then straight afterwards I got a contact form on my website, and the same person saying I've just signed up, and they've put their address in. So I'm going to show it because she's already signed up for me. I'm going to go on Google Earth, and it's nice and it's like quite near some of my other work. So it's I can't do it at the same stop, but it's just around the corner, so it's going to be added on that day. Let me just see if I can find it. Two seconds, sorry about this. Right. Let's go screen share. Right, so I'm on Google Earth. And I would like to know what other people would charge for this house on a 6 weekly clean. So it's a 2-bed. She says it's 2-bed, semi-detached. So we've got, let's try and get it in the middle. We've got 2 windows here, a window here and a door. 3 windows on the side, so there's 1 there. And a window up the top of the window there and a door. Let's go in street view. So it's this property here. The street view is slightly out of date. I wonder what people would charge for that. And then I'll show you where it fits into my round in a minute. So let's go back to me. What would people charge for that, do you think? Rob says compact works incredible. I have good days and bad days trying to focus on the only local work on, unless it's next to someone I already clean. Yeah, this is the beauty of having it 6 weekly. I don't have customers where I go and I don't clean their neighbour one time and then I clean it next time. everyone gets done every time I'm on that road. So my advice to anyone is, it doesn't matter what frequency you go for, whether you go for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever you want, 1 week, whatever you want. Get everybody on the same, only offer one. And then that way you can compact your work, you can group them together all on the same day, and it'll save you a lot of time. So, so we're looking at the oh no way, you rolled your ankle today, stepped in my customer's random ditch in their garden while carrying a triple ladder. Yeah, I can imagine that hurt. Yeah, I often twist my ankles. So Rob's saying £17 or £18. What are you? Are you saying like on the 4 or 8? Because I'm only doing 6 weekly, but I just wonder what everyone else. We'll see if anyone else says anything about it. Let me just go back to that. I'll show you where it fits into my round. Okay. So, remember when I did my 20 cleans in a day? So, this road here, I've got 6 customers on. Then I come out of here, down here, and that is where that one is. I've got this customer is here, is mine, and then I come into this road, and I've got these two, this one, this, and these two here. That's the 7 on one road. Then I come out of that road and go into here, and I've got 6 here. And then that one is just around the corner. So that doesn't add up to 20, I know, because I've also got a flat in here that I do, and there's one that I did on that day that the guys moved house. So basically this lady is going to replace that guy on that day. So that's what my day would look like. Trying to go back to me now, but my software's crashed. Right, we're back. Yeah. Let's see what other people would say. Same 50, 4 weeks, 18, 6 weeks, 4 or 6 weekly, 20, 8 weekly, 22, 12 weekly, 26. I charge the same for 4 and 8 weeklies. That's how I started. Right, so my base price for that property, it comes under my 3-bed 70 price. So I'm going to be charging her £20 for that. So some of you were pretty much there, others were just a little bit under. So 6 weekly only, it's going to be £20. I think it will take me, I don't know how bad they are, so I'm saying it's going to take me 25 minutes the first time. I'll take my time, get it right, and then I reckon after that it's about 10 minutes to do all of that, 10 to 15 minutes for £20, which is not too bad, and it fits in nicely with what the rest of my round. And what I might do is put my neighbour cards in on the rest of those houses around there, because I'm already working the other road, so technically I am still cleaning for her neighbours. So yeah, that's what I will be doing. So Nathan, you charge £2 for an upper window, do you? If it's a simple window, £1 for a ground floor. What's a simple window like? 2 panes of glass or something like that. I don't tend to do that. I just work on a price list now because a lot of the houses are similar around here. A lot of new builds and a lot of properties like I've got myself, or they have these 3-bed semis with windows on the side. They have some others which are slightly bigger, so I just go for a base price now, and yeah, that's how I do it. I can show you how I price actually. Let me show you how I do it. 2 seconds. Right. I'll share my screen again. Right, so this is my website, and this is my price list. So a 3-bed semi, regular 6 weekly clean is £20. Okay, so I actually should be adding some more onto that, because if it has an extension or it has more than 2 side windows, that one had 3, it's going to be an extra £5 to £8. But I think because it's so small, I think I'll just stick it at 20. If it has a conservatory on a 3-bed semi, I'm going to add £8 to £12 onto there. Any Velux windows that they want me to clean and I can reach, it's £2 to £3 per window. And if they want the garage door cleaned, it's £3 for a single garage door, £4 for a double. So from here down is basically almost the same for every single property, apart from the conservatory. Yes, sorry, every one of those. No, it isn't the same. Sorry, the conservatory goes up when you get onto 4-bed detached and 5-bed. I'm charging. It only changes on the 5-bed actually. I'm charging more for a conservatory because they tend to be bigger, and more for the side windows, and then I have a price for a bespoke house. So that's how I price my window cleaning. It means, what I found is, it means that people find the website, they find what house they are, 3-bed semi, they say it's £20, or I've got a lot of windows on the side, so it's going to be 25. That's too expensive for me, so they don't bother contacting me. If they look at it and say 20, oh, it's 25, although I'm happy to pay that, let's contact them. They click the button here, book. They fill out a form, submit it. It takes them to a Go Cardless page. They fill out the details and submit it, and then I add them in. That's basically how it works. Then with my gutter cleaning prices, so this is for vacuuming out the gutters, starts £89 for front and back. If they got conservatory, it's an extra £15. And if they've got an additional length of gutter, if that's on an extension, say on a porch, on the side of the house, anywhere, garage, whatever, it's an extra £30 for every additional length of gutter. That's just how I price it, and it means people can work it out again easy. Same with soffit fascias and gutters, but the price is a little bit more, £99. And I add on 35 for a length of gutter and £10 for the gable ends. So I can now go on, someone sends me a price for a quote, and I can just jump onto Google Earth. I can look at the property on Google Earth, count how many gutters front and back, get my price. There's an extra gutter there, there's an extra one here, there's an extra one there, there's 2 gable ends. Add it all up, send the price back. And I don't really get people that say it's too expensive, because in the contact form, when they fill out for any of these services, it says, have you seen our price list? If they say yes, then I know they're not going to have a problem with it. So that's just how I do it. I need to get back to the chat. Do you turn work away if it's not close to the street you already clean? Yes, I do sometimes turn away work if I think if like that one I showed you, it's just round the corner, I will take it on probably. If it requires me to drive to a completely different street that I've got nothing near, and I don't really want to do the job, I pass it on to someone else. 3 bed semi or anything smaller is £20 minimum. Yeah, that's fine. I'd love to charge these prices, but unfortunately, from low income county. Sorry, yeah, it does amaze me how much it varies from like area in the UK. So I thought Plymouth wasn't that like well off. There's a lot of people have holiday homes and stuff down here, but I wouldn't say it was a rich area. I moved down here because it was a lot cheaper than where I was living in Hampshire with my parents. But I seem to be able to get the good prices for the work. So yeah, it does amaze me really that the difference in prices. But now because I can be choosy about the price and the work I've got, because I've got enough work to keep me going. I don't need to take it on. So then I can be a bit like that and say, actually, it's not a job for me. So someone's just asked here, how do you pass it on to someone else politely? All I say is my round is extremely full. I'm not adding on any extra roads. I don't cover your road. You can try this person. I've got 2 or 3 people, and I just say you can try these 3 window cleaners. They might cover your area. Elliot, exterior cleaning homemade. Just wondering why you use RO and not just DI. I live in Plymouth and I'm trying to decide whether to go RO. So it was last year. Let me just have a drink. So you might notice this if you live in Plymouth. The water is about 40 something all the time, well, most of the time. And then in the summer months it goes up, and that's because the reservoirs get lower, and also Plymouth get their water from 2 different reservoirs. So last year I noticed I was having to change the resin that I filled the van tank with every week. So I checked it from the tap, and it was like 180. So I decided, that's it, I'm going to get an RO system. So I went and brought my RO. It was £800. And even though when the water drops right back down to 43, I'm still using my RO. Now, it's not just, I know the water is absolutely perfect. So interestingly, I put new resin in when I got that RO, and I literally changed it at the weekend. So I've done 11 months on that resin. So that's already a saving. When I was putting in 1 resin change a week, I'm now doing 1 every 11 months. The filters are like £3 or £4 each. So they're cheaper as well. But it's not necessarily just I didn't think it would make that much of a difference to me. I thought, yeah, the water's going to be better quality, but it's still pure water. But what I found was I used to come home, I used to connect my hose up to my tap, connect it with a resin bottle, drag it across the road, put it in the tank, turn on the tap, and it'd take about 40 minutes for me to fill my tank up. And I'd just stand there and wait. When I got my RO system, I turn it on a Saturday, fill up the van, and then fill the tank to the brim. So there's 1,000 litres in there, and I've got 500 litres in the van. And then I turn it off. I don't touch it again for the rest of the week. I come home from work now. I plug in the transfer hose into the electric because I don't have an outside socket at the moment. So I just put the extension in through the window, plug in the transfer hose, put it to the van, fill up the van. It takes about 5 minutes. Coil it back up, put it away, turn it all off and cover it up. I don't have to think about it. So I've gone from spending 45 minutes a day stood in the road filling up my van to taking about 10 minutes to fill it up. And I know the water's perfect, so I just fill it up like that. I'm back in the house and that's 10 minutes done. So that's something that I didn't think would benefit me as much as it did. The time saving is unbelievable. Also the water quality, I don't have to worry about, is my resin getting to the end and is it going up. I think near the end when I got my RO system, I went out one day cleaning and then when I came home I checked it. The water in my tank was 20 parts per million. I've been cleaning with that all day. Nobody complained, but I was like, I'm not actually using pure water and I'm just not doing a very good job of this, so I just need to get something that I know. I just turn it on and it's full. Then that water, that 1,000 litres, lasts me till Friday, and I normally have enough to top the van back up again, and then I fill the tank back up. So that's what I do. So I'm using about 1,000 a week. Let me just catch up on the comments. If you have a high volume RO, will make the resin last a lot longer. Plus, if hard water gets diverted to you, it will cover it. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened to me. If you think you have a good, if you have a good reputation, you can charge that bit more. Yeah, I agree with that. I would those that 3-bed semi. I started at when I started. I was £12 for those sort of houses, and they were taking me half an hour probably. 25 minutes, half an hour. Then I went up to like 13, 14, 15 pound. Then I put them at 17. Then I put them at 18 at the beginning of the year. And then I still get more people, so I put them at 20 and I'm still getting them. So I need to increase everyone else now to reflect the price that other people are paying. Just give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to turn the light on. Oh, that's better. I can actually see again. Surprising how dark it gets all of a sudden. So, my TDS reading meter is reading 2. Is that okay? I would start keeping an eye on it because it will start wearing out soon. But yeah, I think you could go up to about 5 or 6. I would suggest cleaning at 20 like I did. But yeah, I find it soon jumps up, doesn't it? Because it starts wearing out. I can see live what you're watching and my camera's zooming in and out. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure how to change it at the moment. Let me just go and have a look actually. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do it. It's never done that before, so it must be a new thing. Your prices are the same as mine. Do you charge more for first cleans? How much does Go Cardless take, say, for a £20 job? Go Cardless takes about 20p off of that, I think. I think it's like 5p plus a percentage. I'm not exactly sure. I think my Go Cardless fees for a month are about £25. But you know you're going to get paid. So it's definitely the way forward. You noticed that the TDS jumped last summer around this. Yeah, I think yesterday I checked it, and it's over 100 now where we are. It's only going to get worse, I think. So my RO is doing its job of what it needs to do. Rob thinks you can have a TDS of 15 and still be fine, as I've done it by mistake. Yeah, you probably could. I had it at 20 and no one said a word about it. Have you seen the motorised brush pole for conservatory roof cleaner recently? Expensive but looks interesting. I have seen the ones for solar panels that are rotating. They're like £3,000 or £4,000. I would say all the demonstrations that I've seen of those rotating brushes, they're right up close to like the conservatory or the solar panel that they're cleaning. I'm not sure I would want it on like a 35-foot pole. I don't think you'd be able to lift it there. I think it would be too much for the pole. So quite heavy. I did have a look at one at the Cleaning Expo, not this year. Was it the year before? There was one on the X-Line stand. They're quite heavy. So yeah, they do look really good, but I'm not prepared to spend £4,000 on a rotating brush to save a few minutes per job. It's not, yeah, I think it's for the big companies that do them all the time and have their full setup. And then how much is it going to cost to maintain it? How long does that brush last? And how much are they going to charge you for a brush? I don't know. I don't ever see them. Yeah. Yeah, Rob's made a good point there. He says the rotating brushes cannot get into the corners of a conservatory roof or clean the finials on the top. To be honest, it wouldn't worry me because I don't clean conservatory roofs. I said, I think it was last year, I didn't want to do conservatory roofs again. I actually did a few. I think this year, in 7 months, I've cleaned 2 conservatory roofs. Pretty sure. Did one recently for a new customer. Their son actually I went to their house today, and last time I was there I cleaned the conservatory roof. They've got trees and it drops on it all the time. It had leaves and all sorts on it. It was horrible, but I charged it properly. I didn't mind doing it, and I did it all with a backpack last time. I did have to go back later in the week and finish it because I ran out of time. I don't advertise conservatory roofs, and I don't want to do them ever. So when someone does ask me about it, I've had a few regular customers recently that have had it done. I've done it for them a couple of years ago. They asked me again, and I've seen how grubby it is. I said, sorry, I don't do it. You have to find yourself someone else. I'm still doing the window clean for them. They still ask me to clean their gutters and that, but I haven't done the conservatory roof, and I just don't enjoy doing them. But when someone does ask me, and I think actually I should probably do this for them, I charge it at, I count how many panels there are, and it's 10. I used to be 10, but I think it's like £12 a panel now. But if you've only got a few panels, my minimum price is £100. I'm not doing it for anything less than £100 for a little conservatory. Yeah, maintenance and repairs must be expensive for it. I couldn't justify it, and yeah, you'd still have to get into the corners and the finicky bits. Yeah, I just hate conservatory roofs. I think the ones for solar panels could be worth it for those with loads of panels for literally, but you can't justify the high price. I think if you've got a solar panel farm contract, something like that, and you're doing stacks and stacks and stacks of them, then it might be justified because it make it so much quicker. But I'm yet to see someone use a rotating brush at 40 foot on a 40-foot pole, 40 foot away from them. All the demonstrations, they're up nice and close with a nice short pole. Mark, I've decided to stop doing one-off cleans on conservatory roofs. I only do them for regular customers. Yep. And Rob's doing the same as well. So I don't even do them for regulars if I can help it. I just say you have to find someone else. It does depend who it is, what the conservatory roof is, whether I actually like him or not. What about you got home, mate? That's good. So Rob, you're only going to do conservatory roofs when you skin, yeah? So you're going to continue to do them for the next 10 years? No, I'm just kidding, mate. I know you go through some tough stuff. I don't think I would stick it out that long. So you definitely stick it out longer than me. I'd have given up long ago if I'd have gone through all those sort of problems that you've been through. Anyone else got anything to say? We've been going for an hour and a half, which I thought my voice wouldn't cope with that. Yeah, you think it's for the solar farms or commercial buildings when they have the roof covered, yeah. And they climb right up there as well. They climb on the roof, don't they, for access. So, last year, about this time last year actually, I quoted to clean Plymouth Argyle football club, and they wanted it was a mad job. They wanted a regular window clean the day before every home game, so there was 22 cleans that needed to be done between August and May. They also wanted a monthly clean on some other sections, and the window cleaning was inside and out, all the windows of the hospitality, all the offices, the bar area, the dugouts, all the glass panelling around the pitch. It was a massive job. She said one guy did it. In a day, started early. It was like a 10-hour day. So I had to quote this job and I didn't get it, which I was glad about because it would have been a nightmare job. But then recently, this year, my daughter left school. She had her prom there and I picked her up from her prom. I was waiting for her to come out and I noticed that they've got solar panels all over that building. The Mayflower stand, it's called, which is the hospitality bit. And they've spelt out in the solar panels PAFC for Plymouth Argyle Football Club, which is pretty cool. But anyway, they're in like banks of so many. And I was sat there and I was counting how many solar panels there were on the roof in sections, making a note of it on my phone. And it was something like 500 solar panels on their roof. And I'm thinking, somebody cleans them. I wonder how much they charge. Do they do it for day rate or do they charge so much per panel? That job there, I could say you would need a cherry picker to take you up there and then a rotating brush and you'd be across them in no time at all. It would pay for the brush in the first clean probably. So I can see it's worth it, but it's not for me really. I don't need you to make any thumbnails for me, mate. I make my own. It's absolutely fine. I don't like these clickbaity thumbnails. I'm quite happy with what I'm doing, so yeah. I've hidden you from the channel as well. Goodbye. When doing the conservatories, do you guys ask for a customer sign a waiver? No, I've never got a customer to sign a waiver. I just say, no, I've never done it. So I've been watching you for a while. I also work in Plymouth and surrounding areas. Just thought I would create an account and say Hi, hope you are managing well with the hot weather we've had. It was pretty hot today, wasn't it? I think my van was saying it was 30 degrees this afternoon. What I've probably seen you around. What van do you use, or what van have you got? Because I see so many window cleaners around, and I don't ever know who they are. If you ever see me about, just come and say hi. Um, it was it was a few years ago. It's got to be about 4 years. Yes, 4 years ago. I went on A. McIntosh's podcast. I don't know if you lot know that. I think it's series 3, episode 3. Um, and we did it over Zoom, and it was a decent amount of time. And then when he released it, the day after he released it, I was cleaning actually at the house I was at today, and a guy turned up to clean next door, and he got out of his van and he looked at me and said, "Oh, you're Matt, aren't you? You were on the A. Macintosh podcast. I've just been listening to you a minute ago." It's funny. It was quite funny. But yeah, if you ever see me about, anyone that's in Plymouth that's um, works in Plymouth area, come and say hi. Um, Rob says generally his conservatory roofs are in good condition, so I just point out if it may leak. If it's bad, I'll just point out it might leak. I don't have to do it because I'm not cleaning them anymore. I do actually have one coming up. The lady's desperate for someone to clean it. It's like 3 panels. So I've told her it's... Yeah, I think I told her it was like 80 quid. She was supposed to have it done 6 weeks ago, but she's been having building work. I think she's having a new kitchen. They've been putting everything in the garden. And I bumped into her last week at the shop, and she said it's still not finished. I'm supposed to be going there tomorrow, so I'm skipping her again tomorrow. But I'll probably catch up with her next week and do it. He's a transit customer. I briefly saw you while I was working on Milford. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, you were clearing out some gutters off a ladder, weren't you? Yes, I remember you now. Um, yeah, because you were parked in the spot I wanted, and I came down the road and saw a van, and I was like, another window cleaner, he'll be gone in a minute. So I went off and did a couple of other cleans, came past again, you were still there, because you were doing quite a few houses, weren't you? Doing all the gutters at that. So I went off, got lunch, came back, you were still there. So then I just parked on in front of you on the double yellows. But yeah, I remember you climbing the ladder. You should have said hi. Um, yeah, you were cleaning right next door to me, weren't you? Nice to meet you, and I'm sure I'll see you around again at some point. Um, ice pops have been my favourite. Do you take them in your cool box, Rob, with the ice packs? My wife suggested the other day that I should take an ice cream with me in my cool box, but someone offered me an ice cream when they were at the house. It was just before lunch. I didn't really want it. Um, so what I should have done was said yes, I'll take it and stick it in my cool box, eat my lunch, and then had it. So it was a proper magnum as well, and I said no to it. But it doesn't, I just feel like it will melt quickly in this weather. But yeah, I've recently brought a cool box. That's been brilliant. Stick it in the front passenger footwell. I line the bottom of it in ice blocks, so my drinks all stand on their own ice blocks and my lunch. And it's been good. So my plan tomorrow, parking is a nightmare on that road, isn't it? My plan tomorrow, what did I say? I've got 14 cleans to do. So my plan tomorrow, the wife's away, isn't she? So I'm going to get up early. And I'm going to go and do a little commercial job first, which is a little shop. It's like 2 windows and a door. So I'm going to go and do that probably before 7 o'clock. And then I'm going to go Greg's, I think, at Plimpton near me. I'm going to get a breakfast there, and then I'm going into an area called Egg Buckland tomorrow. So if any of you guys that are local in Plymouth, if you're in Egg Buckland, look out for me. Or if you want to meet at Greg's, I'll be there from about 7ish, hopefully. I will, get Greg's breakfast, and then I'm going to get to my first house for 8, and I'm hoping to be done by 12. And then I've got to go and quote this huge job, 48 retirement apartments in the afternoon. So that is my day tomorrow. Mark says, you won't beat me tomorrow because I've got the day off. Lucky you, mate. I might beat you on Wednesday, though. I'm doing some of Wednesday's work tomorrow because it's really close. Wednesday is my commercial day, where I do commercial cleans, mainly, and add-ons. So I had like 4 commercial jobs first thing, but 2 of them are really close to tomorrow's work. So I'm going to take 2 of them off of Wednesday and do them tomorrow. So I'll have 2 to do. Then I've got a solar panel job to do. I think it's... Well, let me look how many panels it is, because I've got an email about it. 9 solar panels that have been up for 3 years. So I've got to go and do them on Wednesday. Then I've got to go back to where I was today to clean some flats for one of the customers. They own some flats. They were having scaffolding taken down, so I'm just going to go and catch that up Wednesday, and then I'm home. I might beat you, Mark, on Wednesday. Sorry I have to go, everyone. A good weekend. Yeah, you have a good week, Rob, and I hope you actually manage to do a full week and nothing goes wrong for you. Have a good week, Rob. What's the time? It's 9:15. Do you have anyone you recommend for sign writing for the van? I've been going nearly 6 years. Okay, so I used Sign Express last time for my van. They're in like Wolseley. If you know Plymouth, Wolseley Co-op in the industrial estate behind there. I think it's called Wolseley Trust or something in there. Sign Express, they did mine last time. Wasn't that impressed with them. The lady that designed it, by the time I got it fitted, which was about 3 weeks later, she'd already left. And they fitted it exactly as her plan was, and some of the writing went out slightly over the door gaps. It was rubbish. So this time I'm going to use a company called Colour Bridge, which is in Ivy Bridge. It's right near the petrol garage and the library and that. It's in that industrial estate just before there. It's just on the corner. He's got a big yellow sign. I can't tell you exactly what it's called unless I look it up. I'll look it up. Right. Let me share my screen again. Right, so it's this one is what I'm going to go to. He's in Ivy Bridge, Phillimore Industrial Estate. He was really good. And he reckoned it was a couple of £100 for what I wanted. Send him an email. I can't remember what his name is, but I do have his card somewhere. Services. Let's look at what he does. Well, he does a lot. Signage. That's probably not the right thing. Vinyl cut. Trying to see if I can see. Oh, he does all the t-shirt printing and everything. Vinyl cut graphics. I don't know. He hasn't got any pictures on here. but that's who I will be using, probably. Where is it gone? There it is. Just out of interest, how much do you charge per solar panel? Okay, I've got it up on my website just so I can show you. So, solar panel cleaning, this is how I price it. So, for the first clean, it's £10 a panel plus a setup fee. I'll explain that in a minute. That's for panels that haven't been cleaned before by me. A regular clean every 12 months is going to be £6 a panel plus a setup fee. If you want it every 6 months, it's £5 a panel plus a setup fee. And the setup fee is £25 per side of the property. So if you, and then I give a discount if they want extras done. So an example here, a small system of 6 panels all on one side of the roof, it's £25. Cleaning 6 at £6 is 36. So it's £61 for that. If it's 12 panel, but obviously if it's the first clean, I'm going to charge that at £10 a panel. So that's going to be £85 for the first time. A medium system, 12 panels, but it's 2 sides of the roof. So there's 2 setup fees. So it's £50 before I've cleaned anything. And then 12 panels at £6.72, so it's 122. And then obviously this is the same, but it's more panels. So that's how I've priced it, and that's how I've priced that one that I've got coming up this week. Does that make sense? Right, have a good one. I've got to be up at 3:30. Oh my word, 3:30. That's ridiculous. How many customers do you have? I will go and look on my. Hopefully, I'm not screen sharing now. Let me just check that I'm not. No, I'm not screen sharing. That's fine. I didn't want to show you all my customers. Customers that are active. I have 305 at the moment. I've just lost a few. I'm about to get rid of 3 or 4 more, so I'll be back to 300 again. So yeah, 300. About 300 at the moment. Hot weather, you need to get a pet mat from B&M Home Bargains. It's gel-filled plastic mat that cools your pet down. Humans can freeze them and sit on them. Yeah, I've seen them. I don't need it. That's the benefit of having a nice van at the moment. I've got a ice cool climate control. It's very nice. So I'm happy to just sit in there sometimes. I think I'll probably finish at about 2 hours. So we're at 1 hour 49 at the moment. So about another 10 minutes. 9:30 I sort of aim to finish. Then I can wind down and go to bed. Got a couple of YouTube videos to watch. I've actually got YouTube videos to edit that I haven't done for. I've recorded it last week. I haven't edited it at all. What else can I say? How's everyone finding? Let me rephrase that. How does everyone normally find August? I find August normally get quite a lot of skips from people on holiday and stuff. Obviously, we're the first day at the moment, so I haven't experienced that yet. But August, if I look back, is generally not a very good month. And like over the last 6 years, it's been one of the worst months I've had that year. So that's not looking good. But I think I've got about £5 worth of work booked in this month, which is a little bit down. Before my van broke, I had 2 months where I was doing like £6.5 a month, which was really good. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Then in May, I took a week's holiday, so it was down. It was like £4.5 grand. And then obviously my van broke and I lost another week. So the next month was the same. I think last month I did almost 6k again. So we're back. I've got it back up to where it should be. But my ideal month is sort of £6.5 grand, £7 grand, something like that. That keeps me hovering around 70k. Yeah. Someone's just asking about how many customers I have. I think I just answered that. I've got 300. So, yeah. Can I ask, how would you price up your work? Do you price per window or just demand? If so, demand is so high you just price high. Yeah, I did show it earlier. I don't do it per window. I do it per size of the house. So we've got my standard price for a 3-bed semi is £20 to clean. That is front and back and 2 side windows. If you've got more than 2 side windows, I'm going to add on about £5, £5 to £8, depending on how many windows you've got down there. If you've got a Velux window, someone's just messaged me, it's alright. AJ, I'm just reading your message on my watch. He says I've caught the sun, but I think it's the light. But yeah, I've got a good tan. Anyway, back to the pricing. So if they've got Velux windows, I'm adding, I think it was £3, £3 to £4 per Velux windows. If they've got conservatory, I'm going to be adding 8 to 12 quid onto the price for a conservatory. So if you had a 3-bed semi with an extension or lots of side windows and a conservatory, you could be paying nearly £40 for a window clean because there's a lot of windows. That's just how I price it up. When am I next live? I don't know when I'm next going to be live. Tomorrow night? No, I'm joking. I don't know. I'm not sure. The last one I did was Easter, so it's awkward for me to do live streams because got the kids at home, and then people want to come in the kitchen and get snacks, and some of the kids wake up and I have to go and deal with them. It's not easy for me to do live streams. The only reason I'm doing one tonight is because they're all away for the week, so I've got time. Mark says August is a month that I get skips. I like it so I can finish seeing it. Yeah, to be honest, I don't mind having a skip here and there. Today when they said you can't clean the flats because the scaffolding's coming down, I was like, yes, that means I can get home a little bit earlier today, which is good, which I needed to, because I needed to go and get my tyre looked at. Let me just look at some of my messages. Yeah, AJ, if you're in Egg Buckland tomorrow, mate, I will try and meet up with you if I can. If you're still on here and you're listening, have you had to replace the belt on the power up yet? Want to get one, but wanted to know what the maintenance is like and how much power they take. Power wise, they only really take it for a split second when they start. So if you look at your flow control and put it on battery, it can be, mine's sometimes at like 12.5, and then when I reel in it goes to like 11.9, but as soon as I let go of the button it goes back to 12.5. So that's sort of how much they take. I have had to replace the belt on the one I've got now. It broke a couple of years ago. It started whining a lot and then it snapped. It's an absolute pig of a job. You have to take the hose reel, unbolt it and turn it upside down and take loads of bits off to change it. And the final bit you've got to do is do a nut up. And the only way to do it is to put your fingers through a little slot that isn't big enough for your fingers. I had to get my kids to do it for me. Absolute nightmare to do that. And if you're getting a new one now from Waterworks or wherever, they've got a chain. So I believe the chain is a lot better. And it doesn't break as much, but the belts are a nightmare. Also, I ordered the new belt and it took about 5 days to come, so I don't have a handle. That's something I need to get. If I order that, some stuff from Waterworks, I'm going to get a handle for the reel so that if the belt does snap, I can still use it as a manual reel. Ziggy, oh hello Ziggy, alright? Cracking van build series, Golden Boy. Oh, get him, boy. Keep up the awesome work and keep the great content coming. You know where I am if you need anything. So Ziggy, I was going to message you. I want to order the hose thing that it goes through. Not the through the floor one, but the one that I can just pull the hose through, hose guide. So I don't know if you get commission if I order for you, because ideally I want to give you the commission. So I need one of them and a handle for my reel. But yeah, you can get in contact with me or I'll message you or something and see if we can sort something out. What's everyone's tap reading? I live in Scotland, it's 21. That's amazing. 21, double DI to 0. Yeah, that is fantastic. I said earlier, we're about 40 something, 43 normally. And then during the summer it starts climbing. I think we're at... Do you know what? I can test now. We were at over 100. Give me 30 seconds. I've just come back with my TDS meter. Just going to get some water from the tap. This is something I wasn't planning on doing. Right. TDS is at 0. Going to put it in my tap water. Right, I'm hoping you can see it. I'm going to go onto my other page so you can see this. 116 at the moment. So my tap water's at 116. Yeah, that's what it was. And now I've got a drink now. Where does Ziggy work now? Ziggy works for Waterworks window cleaning, which make the power up reels. I'll go on their website. So Ziggy works for this company, Waterworks Power Up. So they do the power up reels. They do systems that look like this. 500 litre systems, 1,000 litre system, 1 man, 2 man, whatever you want. They also they sell gardener poles, all the spares. And if Ziggy's still watching, this is what I want. I want to get one of these. And I also need a handle for my reel. So yeah, this is what I am trying to get now. I'm going to bolt this onto the back uni strut. It's mainly to stop the hose from dragging down the side of my van and basically ruining the paint. Yeah, so that's where he works now. fitting systems like that. Not he doesn't fit them, but I believe he sells them. If he's still watching, he can tell us what he does. But yeah. Right. My reading was 110 the other day out the tap, yeah, so it's definitely going to look at RO setup. BM cleaning. I got mine from Ziggy's old employer, Streamline, but I got it from their trade counter. The guy sells them on eBay. I haven't seen them on there lately. Let me have a look. I haven't seen them on there lately, but I had it a year ago, and I think last time I saw them, he was selling them for about $999, but I'm not sure. They obviously had a few that they made up. They made them out of sort of like used parts and parts they had lying around, and they made them up. I'll just see if he's got any, because he does sometimes have some. Doesn't look like he does. And the reason I got it is because it was so cheap. I just popped down to Buckfastleigh, had a look at it. They delivered it to me the next day, set it up for me, so that was really good. Sean said he would have a heart attack if his reading was 110. You just got to have an RO system, basically. Round here, we're like borderline, because most of the time we're, like BM is Cleaning Services is saying, most of the time we're well under it, and then sometimes of the year we're over. So do you take the hit in the summer and use more resin, or do you get an RO system? I think my RO system is really good. I really like using it. Built my own setup, 650 litre tank, facelift controller and pump, RO setup over 8 pole. I still don't know how to clean a window. Fair enough. Thanks for the plug, Matt. Working with Waterworks with a focus. Oh, he's deleted it. It's alright. I'm sure he'll put it back in a minute. I think I know what he's going to say anyway. Have you tried the facelift resin window cleaning warehouse seem to be pushing? I haven't, because I refused to buy from window cleaning warehouse. Basically, they fitted my last system and bodged it in my van. Didn't fit the right split charge relay, or wire it even incorrectly. I had to put it right myself. And when I realised that, I decided that I'd never ever buy from them ever again. I'd rather pay more and get it from somewhere else. So I haven't seen the resin that they've got. I've been buying the Unga resin, and I get it from various places. Cleaning warehouse, cleaning spot. I just Google it and find the best price and order it. But when you've got an RO system, a bag of resin is going to last you a couple of years. So it doesn't matter if you pay a few pound more for it. Right, we're getting to time to go. I'm just seeing if Ziggy's putting another message or not after he took that one down. But yeah, I need to go, really. It's been 2 hours. I can't believe I've done a 2-hour live stream. The most I've ever done before was 1 hour. So we've doubled it. Yeah, anyone else got anything to say? Because I think it's about time we draw this to a close. Here we go. Thanks for the plug. Working with Waterworks, I focus on van mounting systems, and complete van packages. Always happy to help on the smaller accessories and hose reels. There we go. So if you want anything from Waterworks, Ziggy is your man. We can all contact him and get what we want. We were looking, I think me and Mark, when we went to the show, the expo recently, we were looking at the Waterworks setup in the van. It's very streamlined and low, takes up quite a lot of space. But yeah, we were looking at it and saying we really liked it, how it had the pole holders on the side and all the different bits you could get with it. So yeah, we were looking at that, and it was in a nice VW Transporter, I believe. It's going for about 30 grand. It was very nice. And then we were looking at the hose reels and that afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to go as well. BM Clean Services off to bed. Hopefully see you around and say hello. Yeah, anyone that's around Plymouth cleaning windows, say hi if you see me. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night, to be honest. Don't forget about the community group. And also, if you want to sign up to 24 Pure Water as well, using my code. If you look afterwards in the description of the live, there's lots of discount codes. Maybe I'll talk to Ziggy about trying to get one off of them as well. And then you can use any of them if you want. But yeah, 24 Pure Water will give you £20 free credit if you use my code. And my community group, you can sign up for free for 7 days to give it a try and see what it's like. Something that I've opened up recently. But yeah, I need to go now, give my voice a rest, because I've done way too much talking. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. It's been a really good live. Maybe I'll do one another day. Who knows? We'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching it. It's been brilliant. Hope everyone has a brilliant week and gets plenty of work done, and be safe in the sun. Plenty of sun cream, plenty of water, keep hydrated. Yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you later.